What is going on, everybody? Kevin Calhoun here, your favorite host of The Calhoun Show. The only host of The Calhoun Show. What the hell's going on, people? How's everybody been? Hope you all had a good January. The Super Bowl has come and gone. The Philadelphia Eagles have a championship. I'm very upset about this. It makes me sad. Them not having a Super Bowl was very important to me, and it's gone now. And I was rooting for the Patriots, so rooting for the Patriots and them losing is it's even dirtier than rooting for them and winning. And I've done that twice now with 2 Eagles games. So sad exclamation point. What's going on? If you've missed me, then you're not listening to KCDC, and I don't really know why. That's obviously the number one thing right now. It's growing. It's the shit. We talk about sports. We laugh. We tell stupid stories. We did an episode last night. It's up on iTunes right now. KCDC East versus West. Go check it the fuck out. But this episode of The Calhoun Show is it's a staple on The Calhoun Show. This is the episode that I have my brother in at the beginning of the year. And I let him basically set the agenda. He's a movie guy. He's a comic book guy, and he's a movie guy. So he sets the agenda, and we're going to look at the movies that are going to come out in 2018, and I would imagine there's going to be some sports stuff, some shit talk, some laughing, and some other stuff. So, yeah, that's the plan. The particulars, as always, you can follow the show on Twitter at Calhoun Show. You can follow me on Twitter at KCDC_East, and you can follow KCDC East versus West at KCDC EVW. And I'm telling you right now, some of our longest all-time listeners, McBuckets is Kyle from this show. KG makes picks over on Calhoun Show. Sarah makes picks over on KCDC. Sarah makes picks over there as well. Yeah, a lot of different listeners have made the transition of both Calhoun Show and KCDC. So join in, have some fun, and it actually gives an opportunity to help support me. So if you have actually listened to a shitload of these and you've been around since the beginning and you're like, wow, Calhoun, you're the best. You give us a lot of cool stuff. Not really. I just give you an hour here and there of bullshit. But yeah, you can support what I do and what Dan and I are trying to do. Condi and I are trying to do over at KCDC. So yeah, you can follow both shows on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. Like both shows on Facebook, Calhoun Show and KCDC East versus West. And the website for, I don't have a website for this podcast, but the website for us is kcdceVW.com. We're putting up a lot of funny videos and stuff like that. So if you do want to keep in touch with what I'm doing, you can do it there, or you can do it in Bridgeport with the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, the AHL affiliate of the New York Islanders. I am still working there. I do a lot of video stuff, do a lot of graphic stuff, and I'm also hosting games here and there, getting to work on the microphone, including this upcoming Saturday night. I'll be on the microphone. So if you're in Connecticut, you're in the area, you want to come see a cool hockey game, and your boy do what he does, that's the opportunity to do it. So let's get this thing started. Since the last time we did a podcast, my man, one of my best friends on the planet Earth, Patrick Dixon, got married. I was down there for the wedding. I was drinking the whole time, so the stories are a little vague, so I'm not going to have too much to talk about with it right now. But it was an amazing time, and this podcast only knows how to start one way, and that is with the beautiful musical stylings of one Patrick Dixon. Let's get the 2018 Calhoun Boys Movie Pod underway. Danny.
Hey, what's up?
I don't do podcasts with anyone not named Dan.
Well, to be frank,
DC.
not the DC. Yep.
Yeah, it's a DC only life for me at this point.
It's the best way to go.
What's up?
Unless it's films.
We've been talking about this for a month,
Yeah.
and now we're gonna do it. The movie preview. I just
Yes.
leave this up to you.
These are fun.
Yeah.
We can look at movies that we said we were going to watch last year and never did for most of them.
Yeah. So you went back and listened to the one we did of this last year. What did you find?
We had movies like Logan. Did you see that?
Nope.
Gonna run through these real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna be no on almost all of them.
Blade Runner. Kong Skull Island.
I saw that.
What'd you think? Because I remember your thoughts of it last year.
Meh. It was just so. It was.
Was it better than King Kong sliding on his butt on ice?
Yeah, it was better than that. But that's a low bar.
Fair.
That's a low bar.
We had Power Ranger, which I tried to sell you on. I didn't see it.
Yeah, nope, I didn't see it.
Guardians 2, you were excited for.
Yeah, you just have to remind me which one that was.
That was Kurt Russell.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Yep.
I rewatched that recently.
Wonder Woman.
I don't think I saw that.
I was not excited for it, which depressed me when I re-listened, but it was really good.
Okay.
That's one I think you should watch. We talked about The Mummy, but no one saw that, so I'm not even going to ask.
Did it come out?
I guess. Cars 3. I don't know if it was as depressing as we thought it would be.
I'm into Cars movies, but no, I didn't see that.
Spider-Man. Did you end up seeing Homecoming? I think you did.
Wait, they came out with the new Spider-Man movie already?
Yeah, Michael Keaton was the bad guy. It was real good.
This is news to me.
Oh, yeah, it came out. It was really good.
I'm into Spider-Man. All right, I'm going to watch that.
Dunkirk? Nope.
Yeah, no.
Thor?
I think so. No, didn't
Thor
see that.
Ragnarok?
No, I didn't see. No, okay, so here's what happened with that.
What the hell?
Here's what happened. There was a plan amongst the Calhoun family for all of us to go see that movie.
Yes.
And I don't know if it was you or Stephanie had a scheduling conflict. Stephanie was in town.
Probably me then.
And the plan was then, let's just do it tomorrow, same time. And I was like, well, I'm working. That's why, because we could all, either 4 of us could see it together now, or we could replace me and have 4 go instead tomorrow. And that was the plan that ended up happening. So I haven't seen the movie.
I have it upstairs. We will watch it.
All right, I'll borrow it.
Justice League. Shockingly enough, I didn't see it. I doubt you did.
Is that where they killed Superman?
No. That was Justice League, yeah, came out and was forgotten about very quickly. That was Steppenwolf and Cyborg and Aquaman, and you haven't seen it.
Nope.
Star Wars.
I saw very few movies. I saw Star Wars, obviously.
Yes. I have our theories from last year that I'm really excited to bring up because you were right on most counts.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me what I said.
You said Luke would die.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Were you saying spoilers? Or
No.
It's late enough.
Well enough past.
I said Luke would be bad. False.
Yep, wrong.
And you said Kylo could be the hero, which they hinted at for that entire movie. And for some odd reason, Stephanie still holds out hope.
Yeah, it's still possible.
Oh, I disagree. But
Darth Vader cut off Luke's hand in the second movie.
yeah, but Kylo killed Han. That's a whole lot.
Yeah, but that
worse.
was in the first movie, and since then we've already thought he was good. Like it happened already. He did kill a bad guy and then do a whole big dance routine.
Yeah,
like,
but I think
like
there was no hint at Darth Vader in the second one to say that he could be good.
No, well, they don't
the
have to do it
originals.
exactly the same. But the point is, there's still room. He can move around. You know he can move around.
I hope not. I hate him. Stephanie's Kenobi theory was proven false.
What was that?
She said that Rey would be a Kenobi.
Oh, wrong.
Yes. I'm actually really happy that Rey's parentage means nothing because it just broke a lot of people online with 1,000 different theories.
I like deep dives and things like that.
Really?
Yeah, theories. Yeah, deep dives on theories like
I
that.
like theories, but I really like when they're proven to be nothing.
Yeah, that's also better. That's also better. What else?
And the last movie we talked about last year was Jumanji.
Yeah, I'm assuming the new one is better than the original.
It won the box office for the entire year.
Really?
Yes.
Yo, shout out.
And it's really good.
Yeah, of course it is. You know why? I've said this the whole time. Good idea. Terrible. Literally the worst execution the first time around. And for the record, I still have not been forced to pay up on my watching of Jumanji bet from KCDC.
Wow.
That was weeks and weeks and weeks ago. And if Condi listens to this, that'll probably change this week. And everybody will have a fun video to watch.
Well, you can say you'll see Jumanji and just watch the new one.
I don't think that would count. I don't
Give
think
it a
that would
shot.
count.
The only other movie we talked about was John Wick. which we said, oh, we'll see the first one and then go see the second one this year. And,
I got the first one, but I still haven't watched it.
oh, well, that doesn't count.
I know, but I plan on it. It's physically in my apartment, so I can watch it at some point, and I will, because everybody says that Keanu Reeves is awesome in that movie.
Yeah, it looks good. I've seen the first half of John Wick after last year, and I didn't. For some reason, it was taken off on demand, and I was like, all right, I'm done.
All right, so you wrote down a list of movies that you wanted to talk about.
Yes.
And you circled the ones that had trailers.
Yes.
I watched the trailers.
Okay.
So let's go movie by movie on what you're excited for.
Movies I'm excited for.
Start with your low expectation but could be sneaky good.
Crap.
Yeah, see? Challenging. Good interview skills. I made that up just then.
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
I am one to believe, even though there's been a lot of drama backstage with it, like directors being fired halfway through filming, for some odd reason, I have faith in Solo to actually end up being a good movie.
What's the drama? I mean, you just hinted at it, but
There were, I forgot the two directors that were on and directed the first half of the movie. They were fired halfway through for weird drama with the lead actor saying that he couldn't act.
oh, that's not
Hilarious.
that's not good.
Or something to that effect. And then Ryan Johnson came on
Okay.
and redirected the entire movie.
What was the review from behind the scenes on the actor? Is he good?
He's been in other things that people liked. I haven't seen him in anything. I can't remember for the life of me what he's been in because I haven't seen it. But I like the cast surrounding him in that movie. Name.
Playing what now? What's the age range here? I'm guessing like 20s.
Yeah.
For Han Solo.
I mean, it's the first time he meets Chewie and the first time he meets Lando.
So playing 20-year-old Harrison Ford
It's not easy.
not easy.
No.
That's a hell of a task.
Yes.
Good luck.
Yeah. It's not a good starting point. Hopefully they can make him obviously the focal point of a movie titled Solo, but they don't rely on just him.
Oh, that's brilliant insight. Actually, it's great.
Thanks.
Solo, but not. Yeah.
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 Not what I meant to say, but but no, they have a really good cast surrounding them. I still haven't watched Game of Thrones, but I was told to say that Daenerys is in it, so you'll appreciate the film.
Oh, nice.
I really like who they have playing a young Lando,
Who's that?
which is Donald Glover. He's from Atlanta.
I've seen him in something for sure, and I know the name is the same, but I know who you're talking about.
Well, it's his son.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know, but I know you're not talking about the old guy.
Yes.
I know you're talking about the son.
Well, he's too old for this shit anyway, so.
Oh, wow. All right, we're done. We're done. This has been the Calhoun Show, first one of 2018. No, I'll be interested, but that movie will be okay. I don't think it'll be that good. Let's just get this out of the way.
All right.
What is everybody missing that I'm not about Kate from Lost?
Oh, I knew this was coming.
What? Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yes.
How about Ant-Man and go fuck yourself? How about Ant-Man was really good,
Yeah?
right?
Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed it. Ironically, watched it with a wasp right next to my ear the whole time. 2 hours. The wasp made me watch the movie. Turned out to be good. I can't. We got to stop. Lord of the Rings did this. They inserted Kate into things that I didn't need Kate inserted into, which is anything. She's not.
To be fair, she was in the first Ant-Man, and
Yeah, but
she didn't make you hate the movie.
no, but she wasn't in the title.
Okay, just because she's in the title.
That's a big
She's not
deal.
going to get any more screen time than she got in the first one.
Yes, she will.
No. I seriously doubt that she was just as much of a lead
I don't know.
in the last one.
Do you have any actor or actress that you see in something that you literally can't get past who
Yeah,
they?
but she's a terrible actress, so I don't.
Is
see her
that
in
is that
anything.
true? Because I'm very blind by the fact that it's my least favorite character in history of television.
Mine was Lana from Smallville, and she isn't in anything because she's bad.
Yeah, like there's a few people like this. For instance, whenever I watch anything Avengers,
Yeah.
and you know this, it's always bizarre to me when Samuel L. Jackson is receiving information from Robin Scherbatsky. That's weird for me.
Yep.
Because that's who, what is it, Megan Hill, something Hill? Maria Hill. That's who she is.
Yeah.
She's not...
She's Robin. She's no one else to you.
She's not Hill. She's Robin Scherbatsky. Yeah. But no, Kate, I will not ever see anybody until Evangeline Lilly's like 50, 60 years old and is like a gray-haired actress. Like, I'll be like, oh, that's an old lady. That's not Kate from Lost, who I hate with a fiery passion. But I can't see anything else.
Wow.
I can't.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. You've had this feeling for a long time about her. Did she turn you off of the Hobbit movies?
No, I just remember being angry. that scene where they're like going down the river or whatever with her. I just remember rolling my eyes at whoever I was sitting next to in the theater, like, oh yeah, of course, Kate's part of this. Why would she? Why wouldn't Kate be a part of this magical Lord of the Rings land? Piss me off. Anyway, Paul Rudd was awesome as Ant-Man.
Yeah, he was good in the Solo movie. He was good in Civil War. I have high hopes that it continues. I'm glad Michael Douglas is coming back.
Yeah, okay. I like just the idea that they make things bigger and smaller. That power that they use it comedically a lot.
Yes.
That part makes me happy.
The shot in the trailer of him with the building.
And the Hello Kitty Pez dispenser that's immediately flying at a motorcycle. That's excellent. That's all good things.
Yes.
I enjoy it. Yeah.
It's a fun comedic effect that they've used really well in both the original with the Thomas the Tank Engine fight at the end.
Yes, that's right.
And then Civil War when he threw the gas truck.
Yeah. Question.
Yeah.
The Black Panther trailer stayed with the Avenger people.
Yes.
Is that Earth?
Yes.
Where?
It's the city of Wakanda, which is...
Not real at all?
No.
Look at the things they're driving and flying
Yes,
around.
correct. It's all based on... All right. It's all based on the technology of Cap's shield, which is made out of vibranium, which this is the city where that is like mined from. So it's a higher form of technology based on the ores and metals that they have there.
Did they just make this up, or is this like
No, this has been comic lore forever.
on Earth, this place?
Yes.
I have issues.
There was actually a shot at the end of Iron Man 2 where there was a circle. I'm a nerd.
That's why you're here. Some people like this stuff.
There was a map in the background of Iron Man 2, the end credits scene where Samuel Jackson's talking to Tony Stark. And one of the dots is on Africa because that's where Wakanda is.
Oh, all right. I couldn't tell. Because at one point in the trailer, he's like, what happens here will affect everything that happens on the planet. And I was like, what planet?
Yeah, no, it's Earth.
I was like, I don't know. These people aren't wearing Earth clothing. I don't know. It was a weird.
Well, in Civil War, you met the king of Wakanda.
Yeah. But
he was at the UN, so I figured he'd probably be part of the United Nations on Earth.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that guy was from that place. And B, he wasn't wearing any of that shit. You know what he looked like? A diplomat at a United Nations thing, like all the other people that were there.
Fair enough.
So, anyway, that movie looks okay. What's next?
If you want to stay with comic book movies, we can go to Infinity War, which is the only other MCU film of the year.
Yeah, my thought about this after seeing a trailer during the Super Bowl for it is that I need to rewatch the Benedict Cumberbatch one, Doctor Strange or whatever. Is it Doctor Strange?
Yep.
I got it right. Because I don't remember exactly what he does.
Yeah, that's fair.
I remember him being cool, and I remember the climax of the movie being weird, and I know why it was weird, but I know probably some people haven't seen that yet. But it was weird. It's a super weird comic book movie villain end scene.
Yes.
It's the weirdest one I've ever seen.
Yep.
It's like hitting the boss level on your video game and then it glitching you to the main menu and you got the points for it. You're like, oh, cool.
Yeah, you get to the boss fight and then you're like, here's the end credits.
Yeah. It's like, hey, nice job. You beat the boss. And when did I do that? I didn't realize that had happened. No, so I got to rewatch that because I'm excited he's in this. And how into this movie is the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Very much so. So it looks like in this film, the team is going to be split up into just like it was in Civil War. Not against each other, but there'll be one base for... All right, so all the on-Earth fighting that you saw, which is like on the field, and you saw the, hero run with Cap and Winter Soldier. And,
They do that, yeah.
yeah, that's in Wakanda, it looks like.
Okay.
Or just outside Wakanda. It looks like that team will be like on Earth fighting Thanos' army, and then there will be a team that goes into space, which is Spider-Man, Iron Man, the Guardians, Doctor Strange.
Spider-Man in space makes me very happy.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, there's a lot of Spider-Man that's actually based in space that hopefully they can delve into.
Really?
Yes.
Like in the comic books?
Yes.
Spider-Man went to space?
Well, the symbiote, which is...
I wasn't sure he ever left, like, Manhattan.
Well, the symbiote, which is the basis for Venom, is actually from space.
No. Did Spider-Man go to space, though?
I believe that
Is this the
crash
first
landed on-
Spider-Man that is going to space?
This is the first film that Spider-Man's going to space. He's been to space in comics before.
Oh, okay. Lame. I wanted this to be the first space Spider-Man.
There's really is nothing new under the sun, so I don't think the movies are going to trip anybody up with, oh, Spider-Man's never done this, or Iron Man's never, I don't know, taken his helmet off or something.
I don't care. I'm into this idea. Spider-Man's, we can do a Spider-Man's first. He's still my favorite superhero.
You said that last year, and I'm just as shocked hearing it again, and I heard it like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, no, still my favorite superhero. I don't know why. It's just, none of the other ones do much for me. I just think Spider-Man's cool. Like, he's just kind of nerdy kid, gets bit by a spider, which is the weirdest thing to happen to a superhero. It doesn't make any sense at all. And then, he just does whatever he wants. It's fun. I don't know. Superman's too good at stuff.
Yeah.
Batman, I think the movies make Batman unaccessible for me as a favorite superhero. Because I just have favorite Batmans. I don't have, like, Batman in general. I just see, like, 4 different guys as Batman.
That's fair.
I don't really have a Batman in my head, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes complete sense for somebody who looks at a Batman and goes, all right, well, you're a good Batman, but a shitty Bruce Wayne, and I judge it on way more levels than you do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because that's the thing, too. Hold on, let's go through Batmans for a second. The Keaton versions of Batman, I have not seen the movies enough times to be a good judge of.
A lot of people love them. I haven't watched them recent enough to make a
that's the
statement.
Consensus. Donna, the girl I dated in college, for people that don't know who that is, loved the Keaton Batman movies.
Yes.
Like that was, so I've heard that before. Nipple Batman.
Yep, Clooney.
Yeah, George Clooney.
Yep. Terrible.
How was he as Bruce Wayne?
Just as bad.
You know who I liked as Bruce Wayne? Val Kilmer.
Okay.
I
mean, I like his Bruce Wayne more than I like Michael Keaton's, because all I picture in my head for Michael Keaton is the weird bottle cap glasses and a turtleneck, which is reminds me of Steve Jobs and not Bruce Wayne.
Fair. I love Christian Bale.
Yep. Terrible.
Did I skip one?
No.
I didn't miss any.
Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney, Bale, Affleck.
Yeah, so Affleck.
And Adam West, if you want to count Adam West.
Of course. Affleck.
Yeah.
He's got to stop doing steroids. That's the problem.
Well, watch Justice League, because apparently, even though they filmed back to back, he stopped working out after Batman vs Superman, which is hilarious.
Working out doesn't matter. That guy was on everything in Batman vs Superman.
Yes.
Like, everything the doctors could find, they put in him.
Yep.
He was huge.
Yep.
UFC fighters don't look like that. And he's
especially
an actor
at 50.
At 50. Yeah. So that part, I don't know. Ben Affleck.
When you look bigger than Francis Ngannou just did, you're not naturally that big.
It's terrifying. By the way, there's 2 fights that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Just randomly. We'll get to that. So aside from the steroids, he's fine as Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
Jeremy Irons is the best at everything he does, even though Michael Caine was also good.
Yeah, but you can't take... I forgot the actor's name, but you can't take anything away from the old school Alfred, who was the same Alfred for 3 different films. Or two different Batmans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Was that the one from the Jim Carrey one?
Yep. The old guy.
I remember
He was.
that. I remember that guy.
It's hard to take anything away from him, but like I said, I haven't watched those recently enough.
Michael Caine and Christian Bale were awesome together.
Yes. I think Jeremy Irons is awesome by himself.
Did I tell the story about Jeremy Irons on the podcast last year?
No.
About the voiceover thing that he did?
No.
Okay, so we're just talking about my favorite superheroes. This has got to be 3 years ago. I'm trying to think if it was when I was living at Mom's house, it would have been 4 years ago. Do you know what my favorite animal is? Like wild, like
No.
carnivore animal. I love leopards because they're fast as shit and they can carry things heavier than them into the tree.
You showed me this, but it wasn't on the podcast, so
Okay.
please continue.
So, I had been talking about leopards with somebody, as you do, and I had gone on my phone on YouTube and found a video proving that fact. That's why it came up, because I said, yeah, they can carry, I think it's twice their body weight into a tree.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, they're fast and ridiculous. So, YouTube then start suggesting these videos to me. One night, it's probably 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. I click on this leopard documentary on YouTube. Why not?
Yeah, of course.
Right? Jeremy Irons is doing the voiceover for this thing. I was enthralled. I could not.
Scar is talking about leopards.
Yeah, it was just tremendous. There was nothing better because I was learning about leopards. It was passing the time in my insomnia.
Yep.
And Jeremy Irons is talking.
Yeah, that's a win-win-win.
That's literal YouTube gold.
Yeah.
Finding that by accident. You shouldn't find something like that by accident. But back to the Avengers movie.
Yes.
Is this the end of this? Like Thanos is in this one? So
Thanos is in this one. They're making Avengers Infinity War. They already finished filming that, and they're filming back-to-back with Avengers 4, which will come out May of next year.
Okay, so this is probably it then. These two.
The end of Avengers 4, which does not have a title yet. There are rumored titles, but nobody has anything concrete yet.
Avengers 4. Expendables, kind of.
Wow. Not touching that one. The end of Avengers 4 will see most of the original Avengers either go away, die off, never to be seen again.
And what is the most likely of the superheroes to continue making movies after this? Because I think there'll be a few, right? Spider-Man.
Yep.
They won't end him. He's young as shit.
When I say the originals, I mean the team from Avengers 1.
I agree. But I'm saying which ones keep going?
Strange, Panther, Spider-Man, Guardians. Guardians have another solo, Guardians 3, and then we don't know what the team's doing after that. James Gunn had said he wrote the story arc for this Guardians team to be a 3-movie arc.
Oh, okay.
But we don't know if there's going to be a new team of Guardians. We know that.
That'd be tough.
Well,
That'd be tough.
not really. They kind of introduced them in Guardians 2
Who?
with the Stallone ending.
Oh, yeah, well.
Stallone, Ving Rhames, Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh, were there a bunch of famous people right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just made an Expendables joke, and now you're going to tell me that Stallone is going to keep the franchise going?
Yep. I walked into that one, didn't I?
Really?
Wow.
Wow, that was too easy. Let's move to another movie. What's next?
Let's go Deadpool 2, which you politely reminded me that there is a trailer that exists. And
If you haven't seen Ryan Reynolds be Deadpool as Bob Ross, I don't really know what you're doing with your time. It doesn't get... I want to watch it. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it right now. Because we're allowed. Why not? Here we go. Deadpool 2 Bob Ross teaser trailer.
Hello there. Welcome back. I'm glad you could join me today. Let's just dive right in and run all the colors across the screen that you'll need to put on. I have my regular old canvas here, wet.
I don't know the point of the names on the bottom.
Let's grab our trusty 2-inch brush here. Whack that off real good. Just beat it like it owes you money. We're gonna get a little dab of our yellow snow here. mix that with just another little dab of our Betty White. Now, let's just dance in a happy little sky. And remember, this is your world. You get to make and break the rules here. Sweet baby Jesus. Wish I could jump in there and roll around in all that cascading white powder. Yeah, just get high on all of life's splendor. God, I love cocaine. So much. Holy fuck knuckles, I am high as a kite right now. Okay, let's paint in a few little happy trees there. Nothing wrong with making friends with trees. Now what you don't want to do is eat these paints. Trust me on this one. All right, I'm gonna whack off again. That's right. That feels good. Would you look at that? It seems like we have ourselves a finished painting. So from our family to yours, keep your pants dry, your dreams wet, and remember, hugs not drugs.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I hadn't watched that. That came out months ago.
Yep.
That's been out for a while. Yeah, that makes me very happy. All right, so Deadpool 2 is going to be awesome. Do we know who the bad guy is in this movie?
I do not.
So
I don't know a lot about it, and I want to keep it that way.
So I have a question, because
Yes.
I just noticed this during this trailer. They have this like still shot at the end. I'll show you. Who's the evil looking dude standing behind Deadpool?
Oh, that's Cable.
Who's Cable?
Cable is a very convoluted storyline.
Is he a bad guy?
No.
Oh.
He's from the future, which I think only Deadpool can get away with in these X-Men movies, because I think they don't know how to do time travel. But I don't think Ryan Reynolds cares about the rest of the movies. But that's Josh Brolin playing Cable. He's the son of Cyclops and Jean Grey from the future,
Damn.
in which he goes back in time in the original comics, he went back in time to combat Apocalypse, but they just made Apocalypse, so they're not doing that. He think he's just time traveling, so you can have a straight-laced Josh Brolin with a Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, they're just shoehorning it in a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what movie, and it can be one of the ones we talked about already, what movie are you the most excited for?
I mean, Infinity War's the easy one.
Sure.
One I've actually been staying away from because I don't want to know too much about the plot is Black Panther.
Okay.
I've only seen the original trailer, and I never do that, and you know that. I always try to get as much information on a movie before I see it,
Yeah, that's true.
and every once in a while, I want to step back and actually just go into the movie with no preconceived notions.
That's fair. I do that sometimes. I did that with I actually never saw not Dark Knight, Batman Begins.
Yes.
Was that the first Christian
Yep.
Bale movie? I didn't see that until the 3 hours before we went and saw Dark Knight Rises.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Because when the second one came out, I hadn't seen the first one, and somebody told me, you don't have to see the first one for this one to make sense, which is very accurate. You don't really, it's pretty standalone. You start with the Joker robbing the bank. Like, the movie is the Joker. Like, that's the whole point of the whole movie. So then the third one's coming out, and everybody's like, oh, Liam Neeson's back. I was like, Liam Neeson's in these? I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, I had no idea. And you were like, well, you should probably watch that then, because it's going to be relevant here. So, yeah, I like going into movies blind sometimes.
I mean, I normally go in with far too much information. Like, I read a whole lot of this stuff, especially now that football season's over. This is what I read. Because, I mean, the Ravens haven't done anything in 6 months.
Yeah, no.
Their season ended 2 months ago.
16 months, probably.
Sounds about right. I mean, quiet ones that I think could be really good. I talked about Solo, but I'm excited for Fallen Kingdom, but I'm not.
We'll get to that. That's gonna be that stands on its own.
Okay.
All I watched Death Wish's trailer.
Yeah.
Boy, you wrote that down.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I have a theory and I want to know if you agree with me. It's
Okay.
just purely just me wanting an answer. Has Bruce Willis played the same exact role in the last 30,000 movies he's made? Because I say yes. Since Die Hard came out, he has been one character.
It's pretty accurate. Is it weird that they took The Fugitive and took out all the brains of it and then made a Bruce Willis movie just now? Because think about it. He's a doctor in Chicago whose wife gets killed and needs revenge and answers.
To be fair,
But let's take out all the cool stuff with Tommy Lee Jones and instead just make it a Bruce Willis trying to kill people movie.
I'm going to stop you from getting yelled at by the people that will undoubtedly yell at you for that statement, because this was a Charles Bronson movie far before The Fugitive ever came out.
All right, then whoever wrote The Fugitive stole the idea and made it way better. Fix your shit, Bronson. Yeah, so no, hard pass on that movie. Let me see your list here.
Yeah.
What else did I look at here? All right, let's see. I want to talk about these two. What's Dark Phoenix?
Dark Phoenix is the next X-Men movie. I was curious if you had seen the last one, and we're planning on seeing another one.
I don't remember what the last one was. I love all the first 4 or 5 of them.
The last one was X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, I was drunk when we went to see that movie, and I was asleep for almost the whole thing. So I'll probably have to rewatch that.
I have seen bits and pieces of it, and
Me too.
was not I've seen YouTube clips of that film, and
The original
Wasn't that
X-Men the original X-Men are both overrated and underrated, because when you watch them, the acting's not great, but they were really good movies.
yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out your statement of overrated and underrated,
Because
I feel
people-
like they would just be rated.
No, because people do talk about how great they were, but they don't talk about how shitty the acting was. And then people
the
talk
acting
about
was
how
real
shitty the
bad.
acting was, but they don't talk about how good the writing was as far as making a good X-Men movie.
They were good at making individual movies. They were terrible at building a larger universe.
Yeah, and also a movie that got shit on more than any other one in that genre was X-Men Origins Wolverine, and I liked that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as terrible as it gets portrayed.
The only part that makes it almost unwatchable is having Deadpool at the end. But
Yes.
but that Deadpool,
Yep.
that's a killer.
Well-
That's a big bummer to do that to Ryan Reynolds.
Well, I think that you can hate on that movie all you want, but that movie existing gave us the Bob Ross we just watched.
And that's true. And also, I would watch a Deadpool movie of him in that time, based around that character.
Yeah.
The one from the beginning of the Origins movie.
Yeah.
Not the eventual destruction of the Deadpool character, but the guy himself.
Yeah, the guy who walks in,
Wade
kills
Wilson.
everybody, goes, all right, everybody's dead.
Yeah, that guy. The guy in the elevator. That's the guy you want a movie about too. And that's what they did. That's what he based the character on.
He's wanted to make a Deadpool movie since that movie was being filmed.
And he just waited until it could be made right.
He didn't, for years he was like, we need to make this movie. And Fox is like, okay, let's make it, but let's make it PG-13 and let's bring in this director. And he's like, no, you're going to make it. You're going to listen to me. And he's been right. Yeah. Deadpool is the best Fox X-Men film we got since probably 1, just because it built the comic book universe as much as it has.
I would say, I think it's better than any of the other movies.
I think it's a better film than 1.
Yeah.
I think 1 set up this comic book era
All right, hold
far
on.
more.
I'm going to try to rank without counting. Is there 1 or 2 X-Men movies since First Class?
There are 2.
What are they called?
Well, technically 3, including Logan.
Okay, that one, don't count.
There's X-Men Apocalypse, Days of Future Past, First Class.
Oh, wait.
All of the
Apocalypse I never saw. Days of Future Past I was asleep.
You're better off.
So anyway, among the first ones, I love 3. I like 2.
You are alone.
I like 1, and First Class was the best of all of them. First
Yes.
Class was really, really good.
Yeah, First Class is, without a doubt. I would go in the entire Fox franchise. I would say that First Class is one of my 2 favorites. Whether it's Deadpool or First Class, I think for me, they're on the same level.
Yeah. The problem with 3 is Jean Grey's the worst.
The problem with 3 is
And the kid with wings isn't.
everything.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Hurts. That movie hurts.
It's okay.
I couldn't watch it again.
Oh, that's by the way, that's another character, and I think it might just be lost at this point. That I can only see one certain person with now, and that's the guy who played Miles on Lost, and he's the Pinhead guy in X-Men, and he's in Star Wars for a hot second.
Yep.
Yeah, I only see the Lost character. That's another issue. Okay, my number 2 movie on this list.
Yes.
It's obvious, right? It's got to be obvious. Obviously, Jurassic Park's 1. What on this entire list would
Is
be
it one we've talked about so far?
No, it's not. It's one I purposefully have saved.
Third
obviously.
on the list there,
Yeah,
Kev?
yeah, of course. What is that?
That is Super Troopers 2.
Hell yes. I can't wait. I love Super Troopers. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It was, I think, the number 1 bonding movie among my friends that you know very well, with Andy and Patty.
Knowing all of you, I believe that wholeheartedly.
I would say it's that movie and Hot Fuzz are like the top 2 most quoted movies for us all
believe it.
time. And Super Troopers, it's been a long time since we all were able to watch it, since we lived together. But yeah, it's gotten a lot of run, and it's going to be fantastic. There's no way this movie's not going to be good.
The story about how this movie's got made is hilarious. So the budget for Super Troopers 2 was crowdfunded.
Yes, the entire thing.
Amazing.
The entire thing. They said, "Hey guys, do you want a second movie? If so, donate."
Yeah.
And everybody was like, yes, we would love a second movie. And they had a package with it where if you donated, you get some kind of thing when the movie comes out now. And yeah, there's a whole thing to it.
And they did it like a daily video of Farva locked in a trunk of like, here's different reasons you should donate or something like that. I don't remember the basis of it, but they threw Farva in a trunk and it was him yelling from outside a car in a different video every day for like a month.
Yep. I just love all of the characters. Rob Lowe is in this movie.
Yep.
Like it's going to be good.
Will Sasso's in the background.
Will Sasso is in this movie. Yeah. It's going to be really good. And I got super hyped when they used the song that was used in Jackass. The French song, the really fast one. It's a remake. I was so into the trailer. I can't wait for this movie. All right. Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Now, let's revisit Jurassic Park 4.
Okay.
It was very similar to Star Wars 7 in how it was built.
Yeah.
Which is the same movie as the first one.
Yes.
Let's have a dinosaur park where stuff goes wrong, and at the end, the park is no longer a park anymore.
Yep.
Okay. Check that off the list.
Yep. Let's move on to the sequel.
Last time on Jurassic Park, The Lost World, the dinosaurs are loose on the island. Different island, but does it matter? Bad people are going to the island. Something bad is about to happen to this island.
Yes.
This island is about to get way worse for these dinosaurs, is the overwhelming theme. Island is about to get worse for the dinosaurs. Let's go help the dinosaurs, right? Okay.
We have to go back.
Yeah. Ugh, fuck you. So, what do we know about this? The first trailer for this movie.
Yep.
What's happening to the island?
It looks like it's exploding of some kind.
It's exploding.
Something bad is happening to it.
Something bad is happening to the island, and the island is about to get way worse for the dinosaurs to be on it.
Yep.
So we have to go help the dinosaurs again.
Yep.
Last time, somebody fucked up
Yes.
and made the mistake of bringing dinosaurs where there's people.
Yep.
Bad idea.
Really bad idea.
San Diego, right?
Yeah.
They didn't appreciate it.
It drove the Chargers out.
So during the Super Bowl, during the Super Bowl, we get the second trailer,
Yes.
and there's a dinosaur
Yep.
not outside a child's bedroom. That was last time. Now it's in the child's bedroom.
Yep, we got to step it up a notch.
Now the dinosaur is in the room with the child.
Yep.
I love Jurassic Park.
Yes.
I'm going to love this movie. Come on now. I need something a little different.
I'm excited for this film, but I have one gripe with this. Is we have a lot of knowledge on the planet of, different dinosaurs that existed, and all of these movies have centered around raptors. Can we please concentrate on another GD dinosaur for once?
Yeah, this is just a big raptor this time.
Yeah, it's a taller raptor. I mean, in
It's a raptor.
Jurassic World, it was a raptor and a T-Rex.
Yeah.
And now it's just a lanky-looking raptor.
Yeah, pretty much. This is a raptor. This is the bad dinosaur from the last movie, but now it can come inside.
Yep, now it's smaller, sleeker, and...
Now it doesn't come through the wall, it comes through the door.
Yep.
That's the difference between that dinosaur and this dinosaur.
It doesn't even have to open doors this time. It just peek its head through the window.
And in the trailer, they're accenting, they're like, what is that? And the kid's like, they made it. I was like, yeah, they just made one last movie.
Yeah, why are you surprised?
Are we
at this
surprised?
point?
That's what they do now. They make mutant dinosaurs to be bad guys.
BD Wong is taking time off of SVU and making...
Is he still on SVU, by the way?
I don't know, but that's what
SVU
everybody
still,
knows him from.
I heard somebody say on either a podcast or on TV the other day that Ice-T is entering his 20th season with SVU, I think.
Wow.
How crazy is that? Let's talk about BD Wong. He's the most important character
Yeah.
in this trilogy. Easily.
Yeah.
Wherever BD Wong is
Bad things happen.
where the third movie is taking place. That's my theory. This movie is a get us to the third movie, but wherever BD Wong is, that's the important shit. BD Wong, by the way, if you don't know who we're talking about, is the Asian fellow who was the scientist in the original one and is still the scientist in these movies.
He was a really likable scientist from the first one, and he was the really evil scientist from the most recent one.
He wasn't that evil. He was a little evil. He's getting more evil as time goes on.
Yeah.
The guy from Criminal Intent was more evil. And he was also eaten by a raptor.
Yep. Shocker.
I called it Jurassic Park 4, by the way. It's really Jurassic Park 3. I don't really want to give credence or credit to that movie for existing.
Well, it's funny because I just watched the trailer and it harkens to a moment in Jurassic Park 3.
Which part?
At the very end of the trailer.
I want to talk about that movie right now. Yeah, let's go. Let's talk a little Jurassic Park 3. But tell me,
we don't have to go too deep into it. It's the first 10 minutes of the movie. It feels like there's a shot in the trailer where Chris Pratt's like, "You need to get us out of here," and then the dinosaur runs across. And all I pictured, the dinosaur eats him.
Cooper.
And all I pictured was Cooper.
You gotta stop. He's waving his arm up in the air.
Yep.
Spinosaurus about to eat your ass.
Yes.
Jurassic Park 3.
Not good.
I remember when that movie came out.
Yes.
Somehow, and you know what? I shouldn't undersell it. It was a Jurassic Park movie coming out, so there was a lot of talk about it, a lot of hype about it. And the opening of the movie, when Billy, the older guy, and Eric, right? The
wow.
Kid, I love
Look at
Jurassic
you.
Park. I love Jurassic Park. They're parasailing.
Yep.
The boat goes into fog. There's a lot of like jiggling on the line, and then the boat comes out of the fog, and everybody on the boat's dead.
Yep.
And then it's going toward the rocks. There was like endless speculation and theories and arguments about what happened. What do you think happened?
I have honestly no idea. I haven't spent a whole lot of time thinking about this movie.
I think I am so easily convinced that it was the birds.
But the birds weren't released yet.
No, but there was holes in the thing. Is my theory.
Then why was it a massive thing for the bird to open the door at the end?
I don't know. It bothers me. You know why? You know why there was that much speculation? Because there's no real answer. And there's
not.
There's no real conceivable answer.
No.
For them to all die that quickly in the fog only. There's no reason.
With no noise. They could still hear.
There's no screaming. There's no I don't know. That
Here's
movie
what I
got
want is
off
the
on
big
a,
dinosaur from Jurassic World who have just reached onto the boat and ate them all.
and then the guy's body's all the way up in the tree, but the kid doesn't fall and die from 50 feet up in the tree because he was strapped to him. I got a lot of issues.
There's a lot of problems with that movie. I mean, the basis of that movie was because the guy stole an egg. Like, that was the main...
And they did the Lucky Pack thing.
Yep, the Lucky Pack thing, the whistle.
They did the Lucky Pack thing in 2 and 3. That's unbelievable. The balls of the people making the third Jurassic Park movie. Jeff Goldblum makes the lucky save with his daughter with the Lucky Pack.
Yep.
And then in the third movie, they're like Billy falling off a cliff with an egg in it. And it's like, oh, his lucky strap. See, it's different. We made it up.
Yeah, but the whole part of the third movie was the stupid whistle. Where it's like, oh, now I can communicate with raptors. And I'm like, please don't.
Yeah. All right. So I'm looking forward to this. 2 fights coming.
Yes.
One of them was announced the other day. And one of them was announced. I guess one was announced, I think, yesterday. One was announced the other day. Every year, there's at least one fight card that you and I look at each other and go, all right, we'll sit down and order this one together. We'll split it. We'll watch it. This year, it's July. Again.
Yes, the July 7th card.
Yeah. So, TJ, or not, is it TJ Dillashaw? Who was I just thinking of?
Is it TJ DJ? Did that get announced?
Yes.
Ooh.
Am I wrong about this? Hold on. Now I got to look because I know.
I haven't been live on anything MMA in the last 48 hours because I've been home bored and not listening to podcasts.
You had an upper respiratory infection.
Yes.
Yeah, Demetrius Johnson's title fight was announced for that card, and it was a super fight. Yeah, it's TJ. Okay.
Awesome.
That is paired with Daniel Cormier
Yes.
and Stipe Miocic
Yep.
for the heavyweight title.
Yes.
I can't wait for this because Stipe's the best, and this might actually get Stipe like famous, like fully. Like he gets ESPN coverage and stuff, but he's not a household name yet. Cormier has never lost to anyone that wasn't John Jones.
Correct.
I can't wait for this fight. I can't wait for this fight. The fights get, I don't know. You don't seem as
No,
excited.
I'm excited for it. I just think you're going to be let down.
What do you think's going to happen?
I think DZ's going to beat him.
You think so?
Yes. But that's whenever anyone counts out Stipe, he makes people look as bad as he made Ngannou look.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Okay, the fight card that you were looking for.
Yes.
You had mentioned Rose and Joanna's second fight. That is part of 223,
Yes.
which is on the Khabib and Tony fight card.
I am really excited for both of those fights.
Yeah, now Danny and I just paused for a second because I had to blow my nose and Danny's been coughing. Can you tell we're both feeling great?
Oh, yeah.
Do you hear my voice right now? I'm all stuffed up. I'm sorry. We paused for a second to try to figure out A, how to talk, and B, what fight card Danny was looking for. And we came across rumor
Yep.
that UFC 225 will be held at, I'm guessing, the United Center? I think it is, in Chicago.
Yeah.
And that perhaps CM Punk may be making another trip to the Octagon. How do you feel about this?
I hope not.
No?
No. I mean, the first one was fun to watch. It was a dumpster fire, but I just don't care to watch him get his ass kicked again.
Yeah. I'm a CM Punk guy.
There's
They
no
gotta
way
stop with this.
they made the money off selling his first fight. There's no way they're going to be able to sell him as one of the top names on a card. Unless you're going to
You could in Chicago, but maybe not on pay-per-view.
No, I mean, yeah, you'll fill the building.
For sure.
But I think they fill the building almost always anyway.
You would have to give him like an embarrassing opponent that doesn't belong on a UFC fight card for him
But
to
they
win.
tried to do that.
No, they gave him Mickey Gall, who was good.
Who was no one before that.
No, but he was an up and comer.
Okay.
I'm saying you got to go with somebody that he can beat. And in order to find somebody that you are pretty sure he can beat, that person does not belong on a UFC fight card, nor does he.
No.
So it's just not a good look. It doesn't end well. It can't end well.
Yeah, there's no possible way that this ends up going well for him. I mean, yeah, he's going to get paid for it, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, he'll definitely get paid. Yeah, and the UFC should steer further away from these things, to be honest.
but they have to keep going back to him.
There is a fight this weekend. Do you want to make a prediction?
Well, I made my picks on KCDC.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Holy shit! Unbelievable. Danny made his picks. I'm gonna look at this while you talk. But yeah, what are you seeing this weekend? It's for those of you that don't know, it's Rockhold Romero for the middleweight title.
I'm rooting for, and also I picked Rockhold to continue the head of steam that he's been gathering.
Nice. You said fifth round.
Decision.
Yeah, going for the decision route.
Yeah.
I respect it.
I think if he's going to win, he's going to make Yoel go the distance. Mm-hmm. I'm curious to see if Yoel gasses out.
He could.
Because, I mean, my memory might have been off when I made the pick, but I'm pretty sure that was one of Yoel's problems in the last fight when he fought Whitaker. And Whitaker was able to outlast him, or maybe I'm misremembering and Whitaker just
yeah, maybe.
beat him up.
Romero, for me, in the last 3 years, I can't picture much that he's done
the knee.
outside of the knee.
Yeah.
It's just the worst.
It's brutal.
It's just the worst. I love Chris Weidman, too. That hurt my feelings. That one.
Well, you liked Weidman because he beat Silva. Let's be real.
Yeah, and then I was in Pittsburgh out with the guys, the said guys that were mentioned earlier already, the night of the rematch.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
We were sitting at, what the hell's the, everybody in Pittsburgh's going to be mad at me. It's like their version of Denny's. They fucking love it. Eaton Park. Yeah, Eaton Park. We're at Eaton Park, and somebody goes, "Holy shit!" And everybody's like, "What?" He goes, "Watch this!" And we're all eating. Everybody's got a mouthful of food. And then the highlight comes on, and Anderson Silva throws a leg kick, and his leg folds in half in the middle of his shin. And everybody at the table goes, we've all been drinking. We're eating greasy diner food at 2:00 in the morning when these highlights are coming on Twitter. Everyone's like, oh. Time and place. But yeah, no, but I love Silva too. So that didn't make me love Weidman.
You loved Silva until the Sonnen fight. That soured you on Silva.
That first Sonnen fight made me so sad. Or, well, I guess happy at the time, but
yeah,
sad and happy and just mixed emotions.
Yep.
Chael's still going.
Yeah.
He just beat Rampage.
Yeah.
What's left of Rampage?
Yeah.
I wouldn't fight Rampage. Don't get that.
I don't think Chael gets out of the next fight, but
Who's he fighting next?
The winner of Fedor Frank Mir.
Good Jesus. He might be able to hang in there with Fedor, but Frank Mir fighting in a place that allows Frank Mir to still be Frank Mir.
AKA Bellator.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, it was that...
dude, Frank Mir will eat.
It was the kangaroo meat. Calm down. He wasn't on steroids.
That's right. He was. Yeah, Frank Mir said, it wasn't a failed TRT test. I was eating kangaroo meat. It could be both, Frank. It could be... It could be both things happening, to be honest, and they might not be related. All right, last thing. You rooted for the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Yes, I did.
I hate that, and you disappointed me. You had a chance for a team to tie your hated Steelers.
I understand that.
And, people would find it very ironic. Is there a team I hate more than the Pittsburgh Steelers? Aside from maybe the Eagles? No, there's not.
No.
I have a terrible towel hanging. I have a terrible towel hanging in this office.
Yeah, you do.
Because I like Pittsburgh, and I got that at a Steelers game, so I feel like it doesn't count. But
no, it counts.
God, I hate the Steelers. It would have been so nice.
Contempt for
the
you
Patriots tying the Steelers would have been amazing. It would have made me so happy.
But the last thing I want is both of those franchises having that ego trip.
Yeah, but your team, you have a built-in excuse. Your team was born in '95.
Yeah.
But the problem is the Patriots hadn't won any until that point.
And I officially have the first 2 draft picks of my team in the Hall of Fame. Which is
that true? Reed and Lewis were...
Not Reed, Ogden.
Oh, Jonathan Ogden.
J.O. was the first
And then was Lewis the second?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Only time that's ever been done.
Yeah.
I learned that this afternoon. It's pretty awesome.
That's impressive. All right, let's do quarterbacks then too while we're on this.
Okay.
I'm going to name a quarterback. You tell me where you want them to play. Okay.
Oh.
So Alex Smith is in Kansas City, or what goes from Kansas City to Washington.
Yep.
Cousins. Where do you want Cousins to play as a football fan? Top options being like Cleveland, Denver, the Jets, the Bills, I guess, are an option. Jacksonville.
I actually really like Cousins in Jacksonville.
Cousins with Fournette. Ooh,
Yeah.
Terrifying.
I think Cousins with the New York media would be just a poor choice on everyone's part. Plus, I don't think the Jets can afford him.
I like Cousins with the Jets too. I'm rooting for that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I just want the Jets to be good. That's what I'm rooting for.
Well, they had a good start an okay season last year.
They're fine. Yeah, they were better than everybody expected.
Yes.
I'm rooting for the Jets to be good. Okay. If you are a team with a middle of the road first round pick and you need a quarterback,
Are you trading for Kirk Cousins?
are you trading for Nick Foles?
Oh. See, that was going to be my question to you. He's signed on to be an Eagle next year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I said this last night to somebody. I said, Nick Foles should be your trade bait because Wentz is your starter week 1. That's without a question.
Of course.
But yes,
Condi told me they should trade Wentz.
he's insane.
Yes. Was it Condi that told me that? I hope it was. If it wasn't, if it was somebody else, then I feel bad. But yeah, no. Lunacy.
Yeah, no.
I don't want. If I'm another team, all right, I'll frame the question differently. I'll frame it even better. You're a team that needs a quarterback. You can go out and get Nick Foles, Kirk Cousins, Case Keenum, Teddy Bridgewater, and who's the last floater out there?
You want to count the other Minnesota guy in? Sam?
Oh yeah, Sam Bradford. Yeah, absolutely, he belongs there. Who's your number one guy? Who do you want out of those?
Cousins.
Agreed. Who's number two? Because that's where it gets.
I don't know,
interesting.
because Foles depends on the situation. I think coaching obviously really helped him. But he also made great throws that coaching doesn't teach that in 1 year.
Yeah. So I would say number
I think
two.
you'd have to look at Teddy Bridgewater first. I think you got to give him a tryout on the field, or just look at where he's at physically at this point.
That's fair. It's probably not even fair to put him in. For me, the number two one's easy. I think when Sam Bradford has a good coach and a good offense, he's proved to be really good.
Yeah, for half the year until he goes down.
No, you just got to protect him. That's how all quarterbacks are.
But most of these
Aaron Rodgers missed half the year. It happens. It happens to almost everybody.
Yeah, but how many of these teams who have a middle of the road draft pick have a good enough offensive line to protect Sam Bradford?
It just depends on the team. The Raiders and Cowboys probably have the best offensive lines in football, and they suck. You know, like it just depends. You gotta build a good line. You can't just say we're going into next year. Sam Bradford's the fix at quarterback. We'll just keep the same shit line we had. No, you got to try to get better. You got to trust that you're going to draft or sign the right guys, and that by the end of training camp and by the end of the preseason, you are able to protect him. Right? That's how you have to think.
Yeah.
So if you have the trust that you can build that, I think Bradford is as good as any of the other guys there.
Where do you put Nick Foles on that list after this recent run?
I don't know. I think Doug Peterson and Deuce Staley proved that and everybody loves this RPO thing, the run pass option. Everybody proved that offense with Nick Foles works really well. We've seen Nick Foles go 27 touchdowns and 2 picks in a season. But we've seen Nick Foles look like just dog shit 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
They scored 15 points against Atlanta. They had no business escaping that game.
No.
The Eagles at the end of the year won the Super Bowl, and we were all like, you know what? They were probably the best team all along, and we didn't really give them enough credit. They just kept plugging away no matter what happened to them. They should have lost to Atlanta.
Yep.
They really should have lost to the Falcons. So
I said coming out of the Falcons game, I'm rooting for Minnesota because I didn't think Philly could beat New England.
Yeah, and
I was wrong.
yeah. So was I. But if Atlanta wins that game, Nick Foles is the problem. It was fuck. If we had Wentz,
If we had Wentz, we could have gone all the way.
If we had Wentz, but goddamn, Nick Foles was our quarterback, and he had 2 out of 3 terrible weeks to end the regular season, and came out and played like shit against Atlanta, and we lost. That sucks.
Yeah.
Now he's the Super Bowl MVP, and 3 weeks ago he was 1 or 2 plays away from being a shitty backup. So I don't know. I don't want him if I'm a team in need of a quarterback.
No.
I don't want to hitch my wagon to that.
I think if you pick up a guy like Nick Foles, I think you should have a younger quarterback with him that you have a second option if things go how the regular season was going for him.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you don't want that quarterback drama of, oh, it's time to put whoever, insert younger quarterback here. It's time to put him in, take out Foles if Foles has one bad game.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know.
I could see the Jets
Foles.
paying for Nick Foles.
No, that one I won't see. The Jets have, I think, the 6th pick.
Yeah.
They're going to get a quarterback because the team's drafting ahead of them. There's like 4 or 5 quarterbacks. And here's my wish list for the Jets. It's got two names on it. Kirk Cousins is one, and if that doesn't work out, Baker Mayfield's 2.
You gave up on the Giants, Baker Mayfield?
No, Baker Mayfield's not going to be a Giant. Baker Mayfield doesn't fit anything the Giants have built their franchise on.
No.
They like stable quarterbacks that stand in the pocket and deliver the football. Their offense has a matchup nightmare receiver, a matchup nightmare tight end, third-year receiver in Sterling Shepard, who looks as good as any at least 2 receiver in the entire league. So the weapons are there to go run and catch the ball.
Yes.
So the Giants need a guy that can deliver the ball. And I'm not a big college guy. Josh Allen, they say, looks good. Rosen's good. Darnold's good. The people that I trust about college, all of them love Rosen. That's where everybody seems to be at. Danny's doing his best Pink impersonation and putting in a cough drop. How's your upper respiratory feeling right now?
Oh, it's feeling great. I haven't talked this much in 3 days.
That's okay. We're done in a second. But I don't know. What do the Ravens need in the draft first?
Well, it's funny. You asked me this question last year. I said cornerback, and they addressed it. So let's hope I can keep that going. Love of God, take a wide receiver that knows how to play football.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'm out on Perriman. I'm out on picking up elderly wide receivers in free agency. Jeremy Maclin did not work out.
Yep.
You're not going to pull another Anquan Bolden, another Steve Smith.
Another Mike Wallace.
I need yeah. Well, Mike Wallace had some good games. Mm-hmm. I'm just, please don't go for the Alabama inside linebacker because they're available. Take a wide receiver round 1. And I keep seeing that they're going to take an offensive lineman or an Alabama inside linebacker, which I've been proven wrong on them before.
Yeah.
CJ Mosley's a good example where you told me, like that pick. And I'm sitting there going, we need offense. But you're like, no.
No, CJ Mosley's the shit.
Yeah.
And how good is he?
And I've been proven wrong, but there's a lot of people in Baltimore claiming that it's time to replace Flacco. I think that his stats toward the end of the year when his back was not an issue, if you look at his stats after the bye week, they changed drastically from when he was actually able to have his back healed.
Joe Flacco is one of the guys that has, you don't have to, I'm just saying you don't have to sell it because he's one of the guys that has proven that when the team is good enough, he can win you a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's done it before. And he's not old.
No.
He's got to prove that he can get to health. That's the issue.
Yes, that's been the issue since he tore his ACL and since he had the back.
I know he just had the stay healthy thing. He's got to be healthy.
Yeah, he's got to be healthy from start to finish.
Yeah.
And when he's been healthy, they've been good.
Last question.
Yeah.
Do you have, maybe you don't have a feeling on it at all, but the most consistent thing about your franchise has been the GM. And it came out that he will be stepping down after the season, and Eric DeCosta
Yes.
will be replacing him as the Ravens general manager. Do you know anything about DaCosta, and how do you feel about this?
Yeah, this plan has been in place for 5 years.
Nice.
For after the 2018 season, DaCosta would take the role.
That's pretty incredible.
I would compare it to the conversation that's been had for several years about Josh McDaniels saying that it's actually something you said last year that made me think of it, that the offensive coordinator job for the Patriots was better than, or was one of the top 10 coaching jobs in the NFL.
Yep.
I think learning under a guy like Ozzie Newsome for so many years and he's been offered 2 GM jobs a season since this plan has been in place, and he's decided to stay with the Ravens. And Ozzie's still going to stay on, not as GM. He's going to take another role with the organization, but I'm really excited to see what DaCosta can do. I think they need to readjust their scouting program because they lost some major scouts to Eagles, were one of them actually, when they lost a bunch of their players.
No kidding, when all their defensive players went to the Eagles.
Yep. Defensive players and
Torrey Smith, the
playmaker of.
Torrey Smith posted a picture of him catching a pass in the Super Bowl on Twitter after the Super Bowl, and I was trying to figure out when it happened. I was like, did you drop that eventually, or did we get a still shot of this early?
I think it was a practice one.
No, Eric Rowe was tackling him.
Oh.
So, or wrapped around him as the ball was arriving. I literally thought, I don't think he caught that. I don't know if he had a catch or not.
Was that the one he caught 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage?
Could have been. I don't know. It just made me laugh. I was like, is this photoshopped?
Because if he's not 80 yards down the field, he's not catching anything.
Oh my God, Torrey Smith. I don't think he can get 80 yards anymore. He's old. All right, so you seem okay. You seem okay with this. You know what the trick is. You got to go get an old school Boston guy who players hate. That's what the Giants did. Dave Gettleman. You're D'Angelo. Do yourself a favor. Look up D'Angelo Williams discussing Dave Gettleman.
Oh boy.
No love lost between those two. Gettleman is a asshole. Basically, he's a old school. If this player's not helping us, or I don't think he's good for the team, bye. like immediately. He was part of that. All of the stuff in Carolina. D'Angelo,
really?
Steve Smith. He was the GM for all of the old guys getting run out of Carolina. He was the GM for all that. So,
well, in that vein, what's your percentage chance on Eli being a Giant?
Eli is a Giant next year.
Okay.
1,000,000%. Eli's a Giant next year. I am fairly confident that the Giants will have a 3-quarterback room. They'll have the kid that they drafted from Cal last year. He's still under contract.
Yep.
They'll have the number 2 overall pick, whoever that is. My guess is Josh Rosen.
Okay.
And Eli will be the starter. That's my guess. The other possibility is, and I don't see this happening, and I'll explain why in a second. The other possibility is the quarterback room is Eli. His backup is the kid from Cal. The third guy is Geno Smith, whoever could be from the roster, could be not. And they draft Saquon Barkley, the running back from Penn State, or they draft an offensive lineman, or they do something to say, Eli showed us in the games that he played well when he was protected, against the Eagles defense. He had more success than anybody not named Tom Brady this year. Yeah. He beat the shit out of him the second time. He threw for like 500 yards.
Absolutely.
Because he had a second to throw the ball.
Yes.
And he delivered it well because he still is somewhat capable of that. So if they decide that Eli can win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years, his brother Peyton won a Super Bowl with way less ability than Eli has now, the second time.
Correct.
Obviously, Peyton was a way better player. But the second time, he was done. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Brock Osweiler won him 4 or 5 games down the stretch.
Yep.
And there was controversy when Peyton was put back in the lineup in the playoffs. So Eli's better than that. So if the team around him can be as good as that Denver team, yeah, I guess they can win. I don't think they'll attach themselves to that dream because I think the Giants are like the Ravens, are like the Steelers, and are like the Patriots. And the Patriots haven't been there in forever, but the Giants are drafting at number 2. And I think unlike Cleveland or the 76ers, they're like, okay, this is the year that we draft second. Might as well get our guy now while we're here. Yeah. We're never here. Like, there's just that mentality. I think
absolutely.
Organizations that have that mentality seem to be successful. And
yeah, because they're not there often.
I think that unless the Giants think that Saquon Barkley is Le'Veon Bell,
yeah,
which he might be, And if they draft him and he is, and they somehow figure out the future at the quarterback position in the next 2 years, I'll be stressed until they figure it out if they don't do it now. That's where I'm at. I'll trust them. If they draft Barkley, I'll trust them because he might be crazy. From everything I've seen, he's crazy good. But I want a quarterback. But Eli's a giant. To answer your question, Eli's a giant.
Okay.
He's not going anywhere. They proved that. Last year, Ben McAdoo said, hey, Eli, do you want to start? And then at halftime, take a seat and let us watch the kids play? And Eli's like, well, if I'm not going to start, I play to win. So if you're not going to start me, or if you're not going to let me play the game, just let, if you want to watch him play. That's fine. And the owners were like, what did you just do? You're fired. The fans are mad. Did you see how mad everybody is now? You're fired. Fuck you. Eli, Spagnuolo's in charge. Let's see what he does. You're starting. Okay. Like it was very swift. The Giants, I don't think had ever fired a coach during a season.
No, I believe I had heard that at the time.
And they fired that guy during the season because he benched Eli Manning.
Yeah.
The Giants are not, I don't think the Giants have any interest in missing the Eli Manning retirement ceremony for his jersey, his Ring of Honor. I don't think they want any bad blood. He did too much for them.
Oh, of course.
And there's just no reason. And Eli seems like the kind of guy that should understand, you got to draft a quarterback. Yeah. You're the number 2 pick in the draft, and there's 3 guys that could go in the top 3. So who knows? Who knows what happens? But I'm interested. I haven't had a new quarterback that I've been excited about since 2004. So, and that's a good problem to have. Unless you're the Browns. They haven't had one either. But
or they've been excited a lot and let down even more.
That's probably more true. I wonder what quarterback Browns fans look back on as the one that got them the most excited. They were like, oh, man, that was real hope with that guy. Like, I think they let get away? Derek Anderson. I think Derek Anderson could have won them games.
See, I see Brian Hoyer.
Yeah. Hoyer too.
Who's had a decent career outside of Cleveland.
Remember when they drafted 42-year-old Brandon Whedon?
Yup.
Goddamn Cleveland.
Yeah.
Goddamn Cleveland. Bill Simmons asked a question on his podcast. Would you trade, if you're the Browns, the 1st pick and the 4th pick and your 1st round pick next year for Carson Wentz today? Yes, I say yes.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
I mean, you can't draft for shit, so
yeah,
why not take somebody who already knows?
Might as well trade for it. All right, we're done. We've talked a lot.
Yeah.
We talked for an hour and 17 minutes.
Wow.
It's a lot. There you go. Annual movie/UFC/football podcast.
Absolutely.
Nicely done.
All right.
See you later.
Adios.
The Calhoun Show.
Oh, it's just a family affair here on the Calhoun Show. It is literally the Calhoun Show. It's Danny and I, and then Stephanie's voice, and then I'm back again. All right. Much thanks to Dan for coming on the podcast and discussing all kinds of fun stuff. I'll be back probably 2 weeks, a week. I don't know. Either way, you can see and hear me all the time. Sound Tigers, KCDC East versus West, all over the place. And I think I mentioned it last time. I got a job lined up for the spring. I actually have a meeting lined up for tomorrow to go figure out what my full capacity will be for the baseball team I'm going to be working for, and go over all that fun stuff tomorrow. So, yes, looking forward to the next one. And if you have not gotten on the train, I urge you to join us with KCDC, not only because I think the show is really good, but because if you've taken the time to subscribe to this and you enjoy me, I'm no better than DC. He and I think are great together, and he's awesome, and he's made me a lot better, I think, too. So, yeah, we're hitting a great stride, and the thing's growing every week, and we actually have people donating and supporting us, and it's pretty goddamn exciting. So, looking forward to the next bit of it. But until then, everybody be good, stay safe, enjoy the Olympics, and we'll talk to you next time. Later.
Thank you for listening to The Calhoun Show. Join the conversation by following the show on Twitter @Calhoun Show and emailing the show at calhounshow@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe and download for free on iTunes. Want to hear yourself on the show? Leave us a voicemail by calling 860-740-2119.